Welcome, Taurus Gemini, to your mid-month reading for April. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on with you in the mid-month. Business. Ideas and curiosities, thirst for knowledge. You have this person who's coming in. They want to know something that's going on around you. There is a lot of messaging, a lot of talking going on. Talking about a lot of courage. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo, a Libra, an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be a Gemini. Let's see. A lot of talking, a lot of communication, a lot of opening up. Thirst for knowledge, wanting to know what you are doing. Not playing it safe in the background. Nine of Cups, wish come true. Finding satisfaction within all of this talking, all of this texting, all of this opening up. They're definitely feeling very happy about this situation. Could also be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Okay, so they're definitely feeling like, you know what, this is where I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling like I'm finally accomplishing what I want to accomplish. No longer being inside their head, getting outside of their comfort zone. Finding, whoa, that this is their inner calling. They feel like they are called to be with you, Taurus. They feel like they are called, that they have woken up from the situation, and that they absolutely need to take this immediate action. Immediate action. Definitely found that courage within themselves to do so. Wanting to give back what you have been giving, which is a lot of attention, I would assume. So they definitely want to give you a lot of attention. If you felt like they were holding back on attention, they are definitely giving you the attention that you were striving for. Remember, cross watchers, it could be the other way around. But definitely they want to give you this love, this attention. Wow. They're rushing in like a bat out of Hades over here. Clarify on the why. Because they were having the mental contemplations. They felt like they were attached to their temptations within themselves. They were causing more conflict than it was necessary. So they don't want to procrastinate anymore. They're clearing the air when it comes to themselves, getting out of their mind. No longer feeling fatigued, no more feeling overwhelmed about this situation, no longer feeling like this was a struggle. So they definitely took on a lot of patience, self-healing, and a lot of inner turmoil to get to this situation. Wow. Okay. So yeah, they've seen it. They woke up to the Judgment card. Okay, so, well, obviously it's kind of obvious, don't you think? They've been manifesting you, they've been doing a lot of self-development, but they want to continue ambitiously within this relationship. They want to offer you this relationship, this step forward. They're offering their heart. They're offering this pentacle, this solid offer. You've opened up their heart over here, and they're feeling very joyful about the situation. Definitely want to collaborate. They definitely want to have this friendship, this happiness, this relationship with you. They do feel like they're on a fool's journey over here. They're like leaping with blind faith. They said, you know what, let's just do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for the gold. Wow. Okay. They want a commitment with you. They see you. No longer living in the past within their mind. They know that they have this sudden awareness that, you know what, I don't want to have to deal with that anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. I found my courage. I found my true self-will over here, and the zest for life. Something about you has changed everything the way that they were thinking. They're definitely not in their mind anymore. They're not scared. They're not fearful of a relationship. They feel that, this is inevitable. They do feel like you are their soulmate. There's something about you that makes them want to build. They want to build this relationship with you. There's a lot of collaborating over here as well. They definitely feel like, you know what, they're kind of putting you up on a pedestal as well. But I kind of feel like you guys may be putting each other on a pedestal. You've really built them up to be this. But they do see you as the Nine of Pentacles over here, this luxurious, beautiful, um, you could say lesser empress, right? But that's fine. But they see you as very rewarding, very trustworthy, a person who works hard, dresses beautiful, takes care of themselves. Okay, a real reward, right? But they also see you as a soulmate. So, and they really want to focus on you and want to give you the attention that they feel like you deserve. Wow. So they definitely are going to, you know, they're changing. They've shifted. Their perception has shifted. Yeah, their perception of you, it's not just you, it's just their perception of going after a relationship. Having a commitment has changed. That's where the shift is. It's here. It's what was in me. I want to reach out. I'm now feeling more hopeful. It's me who's changed. I'm the one that, has had to heal. I'm the one that needed to choose happiness, see what's real, see what's really going on. I'm the one that needed to build this strength. Yeah, not put myself into a challenge mode. So they're the ones that, had to go through the personal tower of themselves. And, it's kind of like, if I don't do this, Taurus is going to move. Taurus is going to walk away. I see them as my soulmate. It was, it's kind of crazy. It's almost like they're sitting here thinking, you know what? God brought this person to me. So why would I want this person to walk away and walk right out of my life? Because I definitely have this feeling that they're really feeling this. And you may be feeling this as well. Okay, so it could be two in one. But they're definitely feeling like, this was given to me. Why would I allow this to walk away? Because, in their head, it could be like 1 out of 1,000,000. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. Why would I allow that person to get away? So they have controlled their emotions. They've found that strength within themselves, and now they're coming in hot, hot, hot. Now they're coming really towards you. They may even feel like you're their twin flame, however. So the hope that they're feeling is like all over the place, and it's kind of crazy. And it's kind of like, boy, I hope this is real. Because I surely don't want to be let down again. I don't want this to end on a sour note. I don't want this to end like things have ended before or however. So they're getting rid of all of that, and they're really pulling strings and pulling themselves together because they're finding this faith within themselves. They see good omens. They're starting to see the signs. They're starting to have the premonitions. They're using their intuition. They're getting rid of that fear, that anxiety, getting rid of that mental blockages that they were having, getting rid of that head over heart situation. I like that though, because if they're getting rid of the head over heart situation, that means they're literally going to open up and become vulnerable. And they probably do, because they see the bigger picture of where this relationship could totally go. So they're really seeing that, you know what, there's something here. There's something going on, and I don't understand what's going on, but you know what? This is like, they feel like you're their happy surprise. You're where the sun is. You make them feel so special, and they just feel this is so justified, and it could even be justified after a nasty divorce or however, but they definitely feel like there is enough here that is justified. And a lot of law and attraction coming in, a lot of manifesting love, pushing them into your arms. and or you could say the universe is pushing you into their arms. However, it doesn't matter, but they had to take on this huge transformation. And I mean, guys, this is almost like a huge one. I don't even feel like this is just some little butterfly effect. I feel like they literally like had to burn all the way down to reframe into this phoenix. You know what I mean? That kind of strength, because they had to get rid of a lot of feelings, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of shit that made them feel like, you know, I wasn't worthy enough for this, or I'll never do that again, or you see what I'm saying? So it just feels like this was a major transformation, a transition, so that they could feel like, you know what, I want to be the king. It's kind of crazy because I kind of feel like they already are the king in some ways. I feel like, you know, with the king of wands, they may already be a boss at work. They might already be kind of an authoritative figure. They might own their own business. So it kind of feels like they're already in this one spot of being in major control. But when it comes to love, they're just all over the place. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, you're the guy who runs this whole store. You know what I mean? You're the guy who owns this business, and you're that, you know, taken aback, you know? So it's kind of like, yeah, they can run 1,000 people, but they can't, you know, open up to love, you know? You can, you know, so you can see them as like, you can see them as already the emperor, but when it comes to love, you're like, whoa, my God, but you're only a page. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have to wait for them to build until they can become truly the king of wands, right? But a lot of people already see them as a king of wands because, like I said, they could already be in this very natural leader mode, and they even come off that way until you open up their heart, and then you're just like, whoa, 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 whoa. The sensitivities and the possibilities, though, are so beautiful and so grand with the page of cups to the sun. It's just like the more it builds, the more they're going to just become, you know, this dominating king. It's just about them getting to that victory, them getting to that place, right? You know, they're even got clarity. I mean, they've got their shit together, but it was just like opening them up was like cutting your hand on a sardine can. I mean, you know, it's kind of like when that tab breaks and you're trying to open it up with that key and the key won't work. You have to stab it with a fork to open it up. And that's definitely this. It was hard. And you know, it even feels like, you know, maybe Taurus, that at one time you might even feel like, well, why am I even continuing? Yeah, right there. Am I going to regret this if I walk away? I'm waiting. I'm offering you. I'm giving you the Knight of Cups. And now it feels like, as you're giving the Knight of Cups, you're becoming the Knight of Cups. They're finally turning around to see the Two of Cups behind them, and they're becoming, ooh, they're becoming the Knight of Cups. So it's like, yeah, here they come. And once again, getting it again. There it is again, riding in on their horse. Like they feel like they have victory. They finally got this, right? They're feeling the love. They're feeling the joy. Now you got the Emperor to the Empress. Wow, you guys are, this is a soulmate connection. You know, they might even be a wealthy person, and it could also be that they, you know, um, don't trust anyone with their wealth. Maybe they've had a lot of gold diggers. You see what I'm saying? But it's going to be slow and steady wins the race. But at least now they're nurturing and they're becoming the Queen of Pentacles. You can really see that vulnerability. You can really see that heart opening up. And they're treating you so beautiful. I love that. It's like there's this compassion that comes off of them, you know? And it's kind of crazy because it feels like there could have been compassion before when they were head over heart, but they just kept themselves so neutral that it was hard to tell. Like, yes, I can tell you're a very, you know, compassionate person. I just feel like for a lot of you, just know deep down inside this person is a very charming person. That if they did open up, you know, vulnerably, you know, you guys could actually have that heart to heart conversation. And that's what you've been waiting for. And this is what they finally want to do with you, Taurus. They finally want to have that heart to heart with the Knight of Cups. Now they want to progress. Now they can see where they can go with you. Now that they feel open with you. Now they want to plant seeds with you. And now they feel very comfortable, like really comfortable with you. Wow, how beautiful. I don't know. That was beautiful, beautiful. Let's see what the angels have to say about this situation. What a gorgeous reading. Sometimes patience takes virtue. And in this case, patience is going to be the winner. Being patient with them. But I think that that also shows them that you actually care and that you're not just there, you know, to hurt them or feed off them or take advantage of their money or whatever the case is. Use and abuse them, maybe, right? Opportunity. There is a beautiful opportunity here. It says, do not choose a new direction. This direction is divinely guided towards you. It was for you, and it is meant to be. Okay? Because we have the Chariot, so you definitely don't need to do anything. The Chariot is saying you're already moving in the right direction. Yep. Just continue to keep taking action where action is needing. You really want this person. You need, keep showing them what they need because they need that. And they love when you communicate clearly. And I just feel like there's going to be so much more clear communication, especially as they're coming out as this Page of Swords, like, it was kind of like, well, I'm not sure, I really want to do something, but I'm not really sure, but I really want to know. I don't know how, but now they know how and they're ready to communicate. They're ready for this. They're definitely ready for this, and there's more trust going on for a beautiful what? Romance. Wow. Wow. And I love that at the bottom of the deck it says, meditation brings answers. Wow. Okay, guys. So let's get one of these cards over here. I want to get one of these love cards, though. I want to see what's going on here. Show me, show me. How gorgeous is this? We got the honeymoon card. We've got finances and career. And what else? We've got playfulness and new love. Look at that. Building into that new love. Wow. New love. We've got the Page of Cups. Finally building onto this and making this into a love situation now, right? Really feeling the vulnerabilities as you guys are becoming more playful. There's a honeymoon over here. Enjoy your bliss and holiday time together. And of course, finances and, career. It just feels like, that could be a big thing right there. Like, you know what? We have to, also have to go to work, have to do things, right? So that could also kind of be maybe a third wheel for some of you. This person does look like they're a very busy person. They may, be a workaholic. I'm sorry. It really looks like that with the King of Wands to the King of Swords. Okay, and this definitely could be a person that you may marry in the future. Wow. Wow. And Spirit says, I gave this to you guys because you both deserve love. So it's like the universe is like, here's Cupid, and he's pointing this arrow at both of you. And for Crosswatcher, the person who this is, it's almost like Divine is saying, it's okay, open up, be vulnerable. Okay, it's safe for you to love this person. Okay, this is a safe zone. A very beautiful safe zone of soulmates. Okay. Wow. Gorgeous reading, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.